Now we're going from the wrestling mat to the basketball court. Y-High continuing their undefeated season this week. We both said that they would finish the year undefeated, and they've had a few close calls, but they're still unbeaten.
Yeah, that's right. They ultimately did finish the week undefeated, but didn't come easily for the Tribe. Y-High taking care of Snow Hill on Tuesday, though just a slim 6-point margin. And then Y-High had some troubles putting distance between them and Washington last night. That's a great play by Jalen DeShiel Andrews. Presence of mind to take that rock and go for the open tray instead of taking the easy two. Antoine Wilson, fantastic once again, game high 35 points. But I want to take some time to shine a light on 15 here. C.J. Dickerson from Washington. He was great this week in his 2 contests against Decatur and Y-High, going back and forth with Wilson, and he held his own.
Absolutely, and that's a tall task to do as well, tough task. And now Washington takes the lead on this three from Kaquan Carr, but that would be about it. Washington was able to keep their composure against the Trap in the first half, but things collapsed in the second half. Check out the acrobatics from Malik Leatherbury.
That was a fantastic play.
Absolutely.
Watching that play live, I was like, my goodness, this kid is such a freak athlete on the football field, and then watching him do that on the basketball court, he's amazing to watch.
Absolutely. And the Tribe, amazing yet again. They win by 21, remain undefeated on the year. And for Butch Waller, he takes another step towards win number 900. He's 8 away, win number 892. Now, we mentioned that Dickerson played well in both games for the Jags this week. Unfortunately for him in Washington, they went 0-2 against 2 very good teams. That was Dickerson on that shot. Stop what you're doing and try to watch Tribe Rise.
Yeah, check this out, Devin. You got to see this.
Bam! Wow.
Yeah.
What a crazy poster. You don't see those that often here in the Bayside. That's definitely one of the best dunks, maybe the best dunk of the year. Dickerson on the other end, he slams it in too. He had 24 in this game. Decatur obviously taking a big step forward when they get their guys back. And, you know, he's really taken over the reins as the leader of this team for Washington. Now, Washington's been very good this year. Gavin McIntyre has been a presence in the paint.
I don't know. Is that an offensive foul?
I don't know. They didn't call it, so we'll take it.
That's just good physicality, honestly.
We'll take it. But Decatur was too much. You see David Chandler doing what he does.
Yeah, they're getting healthy at the right time. They're starting to get some cohesion to them. And though Jaden Hudson was on the bench for this one, he wasn't in. Tribe-wise, David Chandler, they are back. Check out this possession right here. Time winding down on the shot clock. He has to hoist it up and runs to the bank. Banks at home there. Seahawks run away with it at the end. This was closer than the final score indicates as Decatur goes on to win this one 76-62. This was single digits for most of the way through that contest.
That slam.
All right, staying in the Bayside South now. Bennett hosting Parkside last night. Jace Hudson, one of the top players in the South. Bennett, a very good team this year. Wes Moss is going to bank this one in off the glass for the and one. They have a lot of guys who can score the basketball. Hudson, Zakai Smullen, Christian Davis, Moss. Rams trying to keep things close. Dre Hitch from the corner. Parkside down just 1 after 1 quarter, but it was all Bennett the rest of the way in this one. Zakai Smullen with the board going straight for the cup and takes it all the way as Smullen finished with 15 points. Hudson dropped 22 on the Rams. Bennett's another really good team, and I can't wait to see Y-High versus Bennett to close out the season because those two teams played a fantastic game in Game 1 earlier this season, and Bennett is definitely the top team that can give Y-High their first loss of the year.
Absolutely. I completely agree. They have the depth that Y-High doesn't have, so that's why they,
coming off the bench, you mean?
Yeah,
because the starting 5 for Y-High, I would take every day over Bennett.
Absolutely. But, yeah, coming off that bench, they have a lot of guys that can put
That's
the ball
no disrespect to Bennett either.
Yeah. And I just think that's why they give them such a hard challenge. Now, to some more hoops, this time in the Bayside North, Cambridge, South Dorchester hosting St. Michael's. The Saints with a slim lead after 1 quarter. They're coming off their first Bayside win in 11 years. Wow, I was in high school when that happened.
that coming from former sports photog Kenny Christopher Jr., by the way.
The Jasir Smith hits the downtown tray. Vikings in front. Miller was the star of the show for the Saints, but he makes a tough layup right there. But CSD was firmly in the driver's seat. Anthony Hughes dips in for 2. That's a pull-up J right inside the free throw line. He knocks that one in, and then he goes baseline and gets the layup right there off the feed. That floater is good. Cambridge outscored St. Mike's 26-10 in the second quarter, basically taking over the game. Kobe Ennels hits a jab step rhythm in for 2 right there with the left hand. Cambridge goes on to win this one handily over St. Mike's.
Now let's go over to Delaware. Indian River hosting Delmar. Takai Hughie gets things going for the Wildcats, scoring the first 6 for Delmar. Brendan Bradford responding. He's a really good senior for IR. You'll see more shooting from him later on. Wildcats did a lot of damage at the rim against IR. They had a lot of success getting to the cup in the first half. Gerald Campbell, back-to-back rack attacks for the Cats there as Delmar up 1 at halftime. But the third quarter was all Indian River off the turnover. Jamal Jones, another great senior for them. They've got a great pair of seniors there in Dagsboro. IR goes on to win this one as Bradford just comes alive in the third quarter. He was going off from the three-point line. I think they get somewhat overlooked in the Henlopen South, considering that Laurel and Seaford are both competing in that conference.
Absolutely, and if he's shooting like that, what he was against Delmar, they're definitely
can be
a team
tough
to
to
look
handle.
out. Yeah, they got to be a team to look out for him because he was just checking, just showing up a whole bunch of buckets, and it was nothing but net. Now, when we come back, we have a look at your weekend forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rich Wardzik, plus footage release of the tragic slaying of Tier Nichols, what Governor Moore is saying about the incident. That and more is next.
Hey, it's Jace Hudson from Bennett, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.